The San Miguel Fire District is in financial trouble, so much so it is entering a cooperative agreement with CAL FIRE. Joining me is Interim San Miguel Fire Chief Gary Croucher. Chief Croucher is taking the position of Interim Chief because Chief Augie Guillo is in the hospital after being injured in a motorcycle accident. And CAL FIRE Chief Tom Porter, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
First of all, Chief Croucher, tell us how Augie Guillo is doing right now.
I was able to visit with him today. He's got a tough road to recovery ahead of him, but he's gotten through the first couple of days, which is very important. It was a serious accident, but he has gotten through those first couple of humps, and that he's starting his road to recovery, and I was actually able to converse with him today. So it's going to take a while, but he will recover from this.
Well, we want him to know that everybody here at KPBS is thinking about him.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the financial trouble now with the fire district. Give us some background. There's a deficit, isn't there?
There's a deficit. It's currently for this year, we're looking at a $1.2 to $1.4 million deficit within our next budget. And within it, really, what we've been looking at is the property taxes. As the property taxes and the homes have devalued, that's where we get our funding. That's about 98% of our funding. And as the property values have went down, we have not been able to make enough cuts to be able to sustain the services that the district needs and that the customers need.
We just saw up there a graphic that shows you have about a $20 million budget. There's been some talk, in the media at least, about salaries and the costs of your district. Mm-hmm. I know you've had some negotiation reducing those costs, but was that an issue in terms of how much you paid your employees and the benefits that they received?
Yeah, I think if you look around the entire county and across the fire service, while it's been reported that we were the top, and maybe at one point we've also taken, and that was based upon a consolidation that we did back in 1988. On what we came across and what the employees moved forward with negotiations. I don't think they're really out of line with any of the other agencies, but we have taken cuts, significant cuts. The employees have given back the 9% of the contribution to PERS, which was negotiated for in place of a raise at one point in time. They've given that back. They've given back some of the cost of medical benefits. Any new costs that arise, they're no longer being paid for 100%. They now pick in 50% of what any of the cost increases are. So there's been some cuts. The employees have taken cuts. We've done some things within the district to trim costs. We've reduced non-essential services cuts by $800,000. We have reduced engine service. One of our engines at Station 15 we actually closed about 2 years ago, and then this year engine 23, which all of our engines has a staffing of 3, is down to 2. That engine has 2 paid full-time firefighters on, and is augmented with one of our reserve firefighters.
So you're at the end of the line, which now let's bring in CAL FIRE. So you are entering into this partnership. What does that mean?
Well, the state looks at these opportunities when a district comes to us and asks for a proposal. This is a perfect opportunity for the state to work through. We have half of the district is in state responsibility area, which we cover on the wildland side. So to merge our efforts and cover both the wildland and the municipal fire is a perfect arrangement for us.
Let's talk about this area, the fire district, the areas in which this includes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the areas Spring Valley, Grossmont, Mount Helix, east. And until you get to the rural fire district area, which is already in a contract with us. So those resources can share in some of their response to those areas. We already do through mutual aid, but it will better coordinate some of that effort.
What happens to the current employees? Do they lose their jobs? Do they become CAL FIRE employees?
All of the affected firefighter employees are in the process of being assessed to move over to CAL FIRE. Of course, this is going to take some time. We have to go through all the proper assessment of skills and certifications, but it's anticipated that every one of those employees will be a CAL FIRE firefighter if this is to make it through the final.
And that's the intent of the district and with the board of directors, is that really this is a cooperative agreement. We really combine into one for our purposes. The board of directors stays in place, and they're still able to have local control and local say as far as our staffing, as far as any of the areas of our improved services, those kind of things stays in place with all the employees come across.
We haven't got a lot of time left, but I want to throw this out to you, Chief Croucher. We know that there have been reports at these public hearings where the citizens feel very strongly about this move, that this is a fire-prone area. People feel very close to their fire district.
Yeah.
Will anything change? Will they be less protected, more protected by making this change?
Well, I live in the area as well, and I've been with the district for 26 years. The key is the services stay the same. If anything, they improve. We already have auto aid agreements with our surrounding agencies, the city of El Cajon, the city of La Mesa, Lemon Grove, Lakeside, Alpine, and all those automatic aid agreements stay in place. We were able to upstaff our Engine 23 back to full staffing and some of the different things. So I think you'll see a really seamless transition across, but a true benefit, especially the long-term viability to the district.
Well, thank you both for being here. We're out of time, but I want to send our audience also to kpbs.org, where we have a much longer conversation with you as well. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.